Hey ladies, okay, I am home and I have about 6 minutes before the dogs are done their dinner. So we're gonna be speedy. So first off, what you need is like a broomstick or something kind of hard, okay? And you're also gonna need some dumbbells. Now, it doesn't matter what size they are, it's actually just to hold the dowel. So first things first, we are gonna work on the bottom of your feet. So what you're gonna do is take your shoes off. And first up, I want you to do a stretch test. So keeping your knees straight, hang on over, and I'll come back here and see how far you can stretch. So you can see I can't really reach my toes like this. So I want you to test that before you do any stretches, okay? Then from here, let me see, I'll just turn this down a little bit here. From here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll around on this dowel. Now you can do this if you have one of the mobility balls as well. You can do it with a mobility ball, but if you don't have a mobility ball, you can use the dowel as well, okay? So I want to point out that if it hurts, it means that there's like a knot, there's tension there. So you want to kind of keep rolling it on that area, okay? And what you'll notice is when you step both of your feet out, you'll notice that the one that you've rolled on, almost feel like you can spread your feet a little bit further, okay? So I'm gonna show you all the exercises, and first, I'm not actually gonna go through them because you wanna take as much time as you need to go through them. So for example, to do this whole routine that I'm gonna show you right now would normally take me on my own if I was doing it if I was doing it at the gym, would take me about 20 to 40 minutes, depending on how sore I am. So you want to take as much time in a certain area as you need, and you'll notice that the more often you do it, the less time you'll need to actually do it because you're doing it more often. So if today's your first day, you're going to need a lot more time to actually go through each exercise because you're going to be really, really sore. So if a spot is sore, don't move away from it. It means that there's like tension in that area, okay? So that is number one, which is the dowel on the, I'm just gonna move this over here because I have them written out. The dowel on the bottom of the feet. Where did you guys go? Here you are, okay. All right, I just wanna move it over a little bit so I can see my notes. So first one is dowel on the bottom of the feet. The next one, I'm gonna take my dumbbells. I realize you guys can't totally see me here, so if I put you guys right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my dowel on the dumbbells like this, and I want you to think of your calf, or this part of your leg in like 3 pieces, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll and point my toes. You'll see I'm pointing them to you guys, and then I roll this way. It's gonna be really comfortable. And I'm gonna roll around here about 30 seconds to a minute on each spot. Then I'm gonna roll up. And you'll notice this is a really, really painful, okay? Because we stand on our feet all day. And doing a lot of the exercises, this even curling the toes in when you get to a spot that's really painful is what you're going to want to do. I'm just checking for Jax outside because they're outside eating, but they're not on a leash. Jax isn't on a leash. So I always get like a knot, it feels like a golf ball. So what I do with that is I go side to side, you almost feel like you're bouncing across it, and then I curl my toes in, and then you can do some shearing, which is really uncomfortable, but it feels really good afterwards. So shearing is back and forth on the spot. Do note if you're wearing some nice pants, I wouldn't recommend shearing because you can actually like fray the material. But if you have like an Olympic bar, you can also do this on like the smooth spot and you won't have any shearing on your pants. So what I do, you can also do it on bare skin as well if you're wearing shorts. So I do like 30 seconds to a minute here, 30 seconds to a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, and then switch to the other side. Now one of my sides of my body is gonna be a lot looser than the other. So the next thing we're gonna do is shins on the foam roller. So let me just move this stuff out of the way here. And guys, just 1 second, I'm gonna grab Jax because he likes to go visit the neighbors. Oh, he's still eating. Okay, I couldn't see him there. So I'm gonna grab my foam roller here. And which way will I show you here? I'll show you this way. So I like to have 1 foot down and 1 foot on the foam roller. I'm trying to find a good angle for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm applying my weight, and I'm rolling, and I'm in pain, and I'm rolling, and I'm in pain. And then I'm gonna come across, and I like to really go up by the knee up here. And I'm looking to see if my dog's outside. I see one of them. Let's see the other. A lot of sprints. You'll notice that right down here gets really tight in the shins. So I like to really hang out down here. Now, if I was doing this on my own, I would probably spend a good 3 to 5 minutes down here. But because I'm just showing you guys demos, I'm not going to hang out here too much longer. Sorry for the chest shot there, ladies. I'm reading my list. Up next is quads on the foam roller. So what I'm going to do with this, just check. Kids are still outside. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to lie down, and in a plank position, I am rolling on the quads, and you can't really see how my feet, oh, that didn't work. So I like to turn my toes in and then out, and I like to really come in and work on the side of the quad, and I'll even bring one leg off, and you'll see I've got my toes here, and I'll point them down, which is really uncomfortable because it's getting that VMO, which we train a lot of, which is usually the reason why people's knees hurt, is because their VMO is tight. So I'm hanging out here on this area and get right in close to the knee. And for me, that's usually, I'm gonna be really lopsided when I go out running tonight because my one side is gonna be loose and the other side not so much. So adductors get also really, really tight as well from a lot of stuff that we do. So hang out in here on the inside of the leg and right up close to the groin. And again, you can point your toes down. And then I'm gonna swing back over because your hip flexors, which is this area right here where you bend your crease, I also really like to hang out in that area. And if you have one of the mobility balls, this is a great spot to use it because your quads are such a big muscle group. It's really hard to get really deep into your quad. So you can also do this by shifting the weight off on your foam roller, and you'll notice that you hit the right spot if you're wincing on your face because it's pretty uncomfortable. And then from there, do the other side, but I'm just gonna whip through these pretty quick for you guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cross my leg and I'm gonna stretch out the glute, and then I'm gonna work in here on the glute. And again, if you have a mobility ball, you can really do a lot of work on the glutes too, because they're probably really tight from all the squats and everything we do. And I can see Jax is watching me. So 1 second, please. I'm just gonna bring him in. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, come here, baby. All right, he's probably gonna come over. And there he is, because he likes to sit on top of me while I foam roll. Oh, you're right in the way. No, come over here. Come over here. Okay, there we go. So I like to hang out here for this. On the glute, again, if you have a mobility ball, you can also use this on your glutes, and you can come up a little bit higher on your back as well. Hi, sweetheart. No, you can't sit right there. You're right in the way. Come over here. Come over here. Okay, so I would also switch and do the other side over here. So let me see what else is on my list here. Okay, and hip flexor stretch, which I'll show you guys, which is with the band. So this is, like if I have 0 time in the gym, this is the only stretch that I do, okay? So let me grab it. I'll show you guys. Ooh, I always take this to the gym every day. This is all my mobility stuff because I am too old not to do mobility. Okay, so I'll show you what's in my bag of tricks. So I have a big mobility ball, which is good for glutes and quads for the bigger muscle groups. Then I have smaller ones. You can see the size difference. So this one is like, I'll show you this way. It's like this size of my palm. And then this one is obviously a lot smaller. So this one is good for the bottoms of your feet. And then I have medium-sized ones like this, these are good for like upper body, for your neck. So I like to use those as well. Lots of bands and balls. And then this is my band for my banded hip distractions. You can actually do this right on like your coffee table. So that's how I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see, right there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna loop it around, and you'll see why it's important that you get the right length. Because if it's too short, you won't be able to do this. So I'll move these out of the way here. And what I'm gonna do, I just wanna make sure you guys can see full amount here. So I'm gonna put my one foot up against the coffee table. And I'm gonna lie down, so my foot's gonna be flat. And then I'm with the other leg where the band is. I gotta just make sure I don't have shoes on here. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna lie all the way back, and I'm gonna hug my knee to my chest. And this is really stretching out my hip flexors. Hey, Jax? Yeah. Hey, buddy? Now you're on the other side. You're on the side that I just told you to get to. Ready? I know. He wants to go for an RWN. So this is what you're doing for the banded hip distraction. I'll show you the other side too. So same thing, foot is gonna be straight out, and then where the band is the leg that I'm gonna hold. For anybody that's doing any type of running where you sit every day, this is like a must, because you'll really notice the difference when you actually do a squat, because you won't feel like you have that bunch of material in your in your leg. So you'll notice I'm getting a little bit more flexion as well as I'm doing it. So if you want to get it even further, you can actually push against your hand for a count of 5 and then relax, and you'll be able to get a little bit closer. And same thing, push against it and relax, and then you'll be able to come up even closer. So I can post those. I'll actually just post the list here so you guys can have the list and go through the exercises on your own. And then, with little Jackie here, and then from there also you want to do a stretch test again at the end. Now again, I didn't really go through all the exercises, but I'm just going to show you. And remember, I really only did this leg. So we did better. So let me go this way. But you'll notice the difference. Don't look at that huge chest, ladies. But the difference, I literally barely did anything. And I can reach the bottom of my feet, or I can touch my toes with my fingers. And I didn't really do anything, right? So it's so important to be doing these exercises. So you need a broomstick. I have a dowel that I got at Home Depot, I think it was like $4. We bought a whole bunch of these for the gym. So really you need a dowel. You need something to set it on. You guys all have dumbbells. Doesn't matter what the weight is. It's just something to set it on so it doesn't, you're elevated and you can apply pressure. You need that band. So definitely check on the membership site under the equipment for the band. So I think this is like 1 3/4 inch is the length, or it's like 1 or 2 inches. And I think it's about 6 feet. Let me just double check. Yeah, I'm 5 feet. So it's about 6 feet in length. And you definitely want like the green, the 2-inch one, because anything, like I have a 1-inch one, and it's not strong enough to actually give you the tension you need in the hip. But then I also have a thicker one, which is 3 inches, which can't even really like pull on because it has so much tension to it. So it's really important that you get the right one. And yeah, and that's it, guys. If you have any questions at all, I'll be doing one of these on the upper body as well. But I want you guys to do these, and I want these to become part of your routine. So I want you to pick, like, these are the ones that I do pretty often every time pre like a leg workout. And again, the more often you do it, the less time that you're gonna have to spend. So I usually spend about 10 to 15 minutes before my workout, and I do all of these because I notice a huge return, because when your muscles are mobilized, you can actually lift heavier weights too, and you have way better form. So like what I would do, what we did at the gym, was we'd actually have clients take videos of their squats beforehand. Sorry guys, I moved my big plant, my like palm or fern outside, but I keep thinking somebody's at the door, but it's just my fern blowing in the wind. But what I was saying was, take a pre-mobility squat, like take a video of yourself squatting, and then also a video of the stretch test. Do all of those exercises, and then take a post video and actually see the difference, and you'll understand why it's so important to do mobility all the time. And usually on like Friday or Saturday nights, then that's kind of like the time that I watch TV. I will spend like a good hour, sometimes even 2 hours, just really going deep into these exercises, so that when the week actually rolls around, I'm nice and limber to actually perform at the gym, because like I end up getting to the point where like I'm just like sore everywhere, and I'm like, I literally have nothing to train today because every body part is so sore. So definitely I'd love to hear what you guys think once you actually go through these exercises, and that's it, because that was 16 minutes. I don't want to take too much time for you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.